Hello everyone. So today I'm going to start with the gratuitous use of a prop. This is a spork. The one I have here is a spoon, a fork, a knife and a bottle opener. And it even has a little clip to attach it to your outdoor utility belt. It's a winner. For some people, this is the height of utility. It does many things and weighs next to nothing. And for other people, this is the ultimate spendthrift investment. So many things for so little money. It's true, some people can't get enough of a good spork, but I'm not one of them. Have you ever actually tried to use one of these? It gets your hands dirty, it's uncomfortable in your mouth, and God forbid you should try to actually open a bottle with it and you'll be lucky to not lose a finger. And the spork is the perfect analogy for decision making that makes marketing campaigns go wrong. But more on that later. For now, I'm going to introduce the subject of today's talk, using video to improve email performance. Let's start with the stats. Wise Owl's State of Video Marketing report shows that 93% of marketing professionals think that their video is an important part of their marketing strategy. Nearly 9 out of 10 feel they get a good return on investment on video. And my favourite stat is that 94% of marketers feel that video leads to a greater understanding of their product or service. And that's why almost every part of marketing is looking to incorporate video in some way. And indeed, what I want to talk about today is putting video at the core of your email marketing strategy. The effect of video on conversion and click-through rates in your email is super impressive. An email including a video can increase CTRs by up to 300%, it can reduce unsubscribe rates by 75%, and numerous studies have found that just including the word video is enough to increase email open rates by as much as 13%. Now, before I get going into the details, I'll just give you a quick overview of my experience so that you know that I know what I'm talking about. I was a filmmaker at the BBC for over 10 years, and in that time I created documentaries and features that covered everything, from monkey smuggling and cheetah tracking to helicopter rescue, heroin addiction and history. And it all got a bit crazy when I decided to spend 5 months living with the Royal Marines during the Second Gulf War. Since then, I founded Hurricane, which is now a really experienced video marketing agency that creates video campaigns for brands and charities of all sizes. And to top it all off, I'm the author of a book called Video Marketing Strategy, which is just going into 2nd edition and which proves that I am a total marketing nerd. So let's get back to the content. Why can't you stop watching bobsleigh footage on the TV in a hotel lobby? Why does a bank put up screens near queuing customers? Why have bus stop display ads turned from dog-eared posters to flashy animations? The answer is that video is an intensely distracting medium. But in these cases, the content is mute, and they're still capable of arresting our attention. But it is in front of a moving audience, so how effective can they be at communicating complex messages? Video on social media is far more effective. It's held in someone's hand on their device and it gets more attention. But again, it is often viewed on the go. People will probably be doing other things and sound is not guaranteed. In fact, 75% of Facebook videos are watched mute. But once again, it still delivers results. Now just imagine how effective a video could be when it's served up with voiceover and music and delivered to viewers in a private environment where it can be absorbed at leisure, at a time when people are taking that moment to assimilate data and respond. This is exactly what email marketing videos allow you to do. Now, although 81% of all emails are now opened and read on mobile devices, you're still sitting in someone's inbox ready to be revisited when they want to know more. So, how do you do it well? To help you, we're going to cover a few technical things. They're going to revisit the spork, and finally I'm going to introduce you to personalized video, which, as far as I'm concerned, is the nirvana of email marketing. So, let's start with a few technical bits that maximize open rates of videos in email. Firstly, just because you've got a video in your email doesn't mean you can skip on the text around it. You'll need to also include the normal amount of words. Text in an email provides spam filters with evidence that your email is genuine. And if an email client blocks your video link, copy will give customers faith that it's a thing worth watching. But above all, the main driver for text is that you can give personalization easily. Yes, video is great, but don't rely on the video to do all the heavy lifting when using someone's name in the subject line is an easy win to drive open rates. While you're at it, don't forget the basics that you would use in a non-video email, creating a single column layout, using email-safe fonts, and making sure all CSS are in line before sending. All that stuff is just as relevant when you're sending a video. The next thing to think about is the mechanics of how people will view your video. Now, putting it directly into your email is clearly out of the window because of file size. That is, unless you want to make something that's only about 4 seconds long. But instead, we look to embed a highly clickable thumbnail. an image that links to a landing page where your video plays. So far, so obvious, right? But the real magic in all this is to integrate video into your standard CRM. There's a wide range of platforms that will tie video into your HubSpot, Salesforce, and so on, and it's worth looking around. I won't lie, this isn't a super quick process, but it's getting easier every day, and video gives you so many useful metrics that the pain of implementation will soon be forgotten. If this is something you're keen to consider, I'd say take a look at the 23 platform. These guys are smashing it at the moment, and it is my favorite. It's got a really good focus on how video helps across the sales funnel. For example, when your email recipient watches a video, everything they do from open rates and view times can be logged directly into your CRM, so sales teams can just jump in, or indeed your CMS can trigger messages back to 23 to automatically adjust the content that customers are watching, so they can reflect where they are in the sales journey. This is super helpful to move people from initial brand messages through an ongoing conversation into conversion with drivers like discounts and limited time offers and all the other standard things that we use in emails. Before moving on to look at the content of the videos that you're making, here are just a couple of other points. Autoplay. People hate it, period. Don't do it. No matter how amazing you think your video is, autoplaying the video is irritating. And of course, now that you are up to date with a mute-first approach, you want to include captions. Many people will turn the sound on, which is why email is better than many others, but some will be choosing to have sound off. In these cases, captions not only cover these people, but also, in fact, they help with message retention when people read them alongside the audio track. The next thing I'm going to talk to you through is how to make more effective content for your emails. Now, if you've seen me talk before, some of you probably have, it's almost guaranteed I've been banging on about emotional drivers, and I'm afraid that today is no different, right? You can't sell to people if they don't care, and the only way they will care is if you make them feel something. Sending video in an email is no different, and in fact, I'd say that in order to improve click-throughs, you have to be able to make that emotional connection so quickly and put it in within the call to action so that it can be read very quickly indeed. Defining the emotional driver for your film is as easy as considering which levers you can pull that will resonate at an emotional level. This includes people's hopes and fears and their goals in life, both public and in private. Now, when I'm running workshops around this, I ask brands to think of the things that will make their customers care about their product. We start thinking about optimistic things, the things that you would hope your customers care about, like saving the planet, making the world a better place, delivering a better service, all those kind of things. The key is to find the one big driver that will make people sit up and think, because it engages them emotionally. This is not the time for a huge list of services and benefits. When we've done that, I ask brands to be a little more cynical in what benefits they think their customers want. For example, customers might want to look great in front of their boss and get a promotion. They may just want an easy life. They may be looking for a bargain, or they may just want to keep their job. The final step in finding the right emotional driver for your audience is to look back at the list and find the most realistic, engaging, and original one that you can get away with. You might find you have 2 or 3 really strong ones to choose from. If one doesn't leap out as a clear winner, it's really worth A/B testing your messages and some test films. So at Hurricane, we created a video for an investment app, basically an online tool that gave insights about investment decisions. After an initial messaging session, we had 2 potential motivators to use in an email campaign. One was that the app gave you great insight to make better decisions, so you should download it. The other motivator was that the app was so cool, it made you look great, and it was really good to use, and it made you look like you had the best investment tools. Now, we didn't know which one would work, and we thought we might, but we'd A/B tested the results. And the film that got the best results was not the one that promised better results, but the one that showed off what a cool bit of technology it was. It shows you never know till you test. Now, sometimes at conferences like this, I've had questions where people say that their product is too boring to have any emotion around it. They can only talk about benefits and features. And to these people, I show this video created by Talia. Now, meaning no disrespect to Talia, their product is insanely dull, unless you like electronic invoicing software, of course, but they've still found an emotional driver that engages people, and they've had some fun along the way.
When you don't invoice electronically, you spend time manually inputting your invoices. When you spend time manually inputting your invoices, you get a repetitive stress injury. When you get a repetitive stress injury, you ask for time off work. When you ask for time off work, the intern fills in. When the intern fills in, he does a better job than you. When he does a better job than you, he gets offered a job. And when he gets offered a job, he becomes your boss. Don't let the intern become your boss. Allow suppliers to submit free electronic invoices through Talia.
The final content tip from me takes us back to our prop, the spork. Videos cost time and money to produce, and there is a temptation to make them do lots of different things, to say lots of things, and to drive people to take lots of actions. Now, having been doing this for over 20 years, I've got some very simple advice. Have one goal for your film, have one key message, and have one very clear call to action. If you make a video that tries to do more than this, you've just made a spork. It will work, but it won't do anything well. If you have lots of things to achieve, simply plan to make use of your video assets in different ways with reversions and all that kind of thing. Okay, so the very final thing I want to cover today is the use of personalized video in email. Now, this is the tool that is going to revolutionize your open and engagement rates. Personalized video allows for unique data to be incorporated into every film, making it highly focused on the person to whom you are sending it. If you can put data about someone that you know onto a spreadsheet, it can go into a film. Personalized films are perfectly suited to email campaigns, as you already have data sets on these people. The easiest way to understand what personalized video is to watch it in action. I'm going to show you the opening of a film that was created for Barclays to encourage people to take out a loan to bring their dreams into reality. Look out for how the viewer's name is cleverly used in voiceover right at the start, and then how personal data is shown in various places through the film to bring it to life.
Hello, Claire. Whatever your plans are, a Barclays loan could help. Because you bank with us, you can get an idea how much you could borrow before you apply. So, if you're thinking of buying a new car, a Barclays loan could get you on the road.
The film is cool, but what's really cool is the results films like this get. The loans industry benchmark email open rate is 26%, and this more than doubled that. Rates like this aren't uncommon. People love having themselves reflected back. One might even go as far as saying we are our own favourite topics. So open rates of 60% and above in personalised campaigns can happen. Moving on to CTR. The industry benchmark is 1.2%, and again the film massively exceeded that by a substantial order of magnitude. We know personalised videos deliver results, but how do they work? To bring the process to life, let's take a film Hurricane made recently for Unilever. The film was an internal campaign designed to get people to save more, and it was emailed to every member of Unilever staff. Here's the process. First, we create an animation, just like normal, but instead of filling in key text, we leave some areas blank. The After Effects files are then uploaded to a tech platform. We always use Idemol, which is solid and nice to work with, but other personalized platforms are available. While we're doing that, the client uploads a spreadsheet of emails and variables onto the Idemol server. This is done by them, so we don't need to handle any data, and the whole system is GDPR compliant. Okay, now in the cloud we have a blank generic film and a database. At this point, people are sent an email that contains a personalized thumbnail. As you'd expect, the best results come from making this as clear as possible with the viewer's name and a big play button. The viewer clicks the link and is taken to a landing page where they watch the film. Idemol charges us a credit off our account for review, the brand gets a report on who's watched, and everyone's happy. The other nice thing about this process is that unlike the old days, we don't need to render out hundreds or even thousands of individual films and wait for people to watch them. Instead, this is all done on the fly in real time in the cloud. So there you have it, a whirlwind tour of using video in email. We've covered why you should do it, some helpful hints, and some new technology that is going to drive your results in the right direction. Thank you for watching. If you want to hear more about all things video marketing, please don't forget to subscribe and like. I look forward to seeing you soon.